Hello everybody, welcome. It's me, John, aka Nosey, and this is a video I've spoken about Crunchyroll in the past on this channel, and about different things, mostly around the whole merger with Funimation merger. I spoke about that, and I also spoke about them looking at, apparently the CEO of Crunchyroll wanting to look into AI for subtitles. Yeah, so there's been a lot of negativity towards Crunchyroll recently. Also, most of the thing with Funimation merger, they kind of screwed over Funimation. In Yeah, apparently it didn't go completely smooth as originally planned, and in doing so, there's meant to be some anime titles that have been dubbed from Funimation's library that are lost to the ether, don't have any rights to them or anything. So it's kind of caused some problems. We come to a completely separate situation here. That was brought to the people's attention from a voice actor that works for Crunchyroll, or works at Crunchyroll Studio, and with some pretty alarming allegations. So there's been a bit of controversy with Crunchyroll. Apparently, this is not the only time a voice actor has actually come out and said about certain things in regards to Crunchyroll, and mostly aimed at management and the type of work environment it seems to be at Crunchyroll behind the scenes. But I'm only going to be talking about this one voice actor in this video because I've actually got the tweets. They are, if anybody's interested, I will link in the description below this guy's Twitter or X page, and you can check them out at your own leisure if you wish. So let's get into this, shall we? Because it's very eye-opening, and I wanted to talk about this because I think it's absolutely disgusting. I think it's absolutely disgusting about how they've treated him, and by looks like how they seem to see voice actors as a whole at Crunchyroll, which really kind of annoys me because Crunchyroll are literally like the biggest anime streaming service on the internet, and I have noticed they must be in a bit of a crisis situation at the moment because I've noticed a lot of titles that were only meant to be on Crunchyroll are now going on other services. So it's looking like they are trying to reach out to Netflix and Amazon and who have you else in order to try and earn money, through getting some titles out there through different services for people to watch, because I think that is the only way that they can go forward. Apparently, a lot of people have unsubscribed. I myself am one of those people. I am no longer supporting Crunchyroll. I unsubscribed from them before this whole situation came out because of the issues with the Funimation merger and also with the AI. We wanted to support AI to some description. And I fully am against AI in all of its forms. I'm going to get straight to the main point of what this voice actor said. And we'll have a little bit of a discussion about this. So the voice actor that brought these new allegations against Crunchyroll to light through Twitter or X, David Wald, who is known for is the English voice actor for Gazelle out of Fairy Tail. He tweeted this one first off. Dear friends, if you sent me anything care of Funimation or Crunchyroll in the last 5 years, I apologise. I didn't get it. I learned yesterday that Crunchyroll opened my private mail, threw away your letters, and passed out any included items to their staff. Yeah, that's pretty alarming and disgusting and definitely not right. It is illegal to go for anybody's personal mail. It's illegal to open people's mail. This is very, very disgusting that what David Wald actually brings up, that they literally, anything that was, by the looks of it, it's not just him, because he was literally told about this by somebody either behind the scenes at Crunchyroll or a fellow voice actor. I don't know. We don't know the full ins and outs yet, because he can't, I don't think he can really go into full detail yet, because maybe they're going through an investigation behind the scenes of it. So basically, from what he has brought to our attention, is that they literally went through his own mail. That was like, fans had sent him some packages in the mail, and they were opened by Crunchyroll members of staff, and they were distributed across the office at Crunchyroll to people, and he never received anything within the last 5 years. That was either to Funimation and to Crunchyroll. So it's looking like it could be on both sides of it. So maybe some of it is more Funimation side as well as into the Crunchyroll merger. It is disgusting, but it carries on with more tweets. There is about 5 or 6 tweets currently since this came out. But let's talk about this next one. Dear fellow workers at Crunchyroll, below is a photo of the complete contents of one of the packages addressed to me that was opened and distributed to employees. If you ended up in possession of any of it, I would very much like it returned to me. So he then, as you see there, follows up with a tweet talking about what one of these packages could have looked like. A similar kind of thing with prints and what have you, and telling Crunchyroll that this is what these would have looked like, and if there's any possibility of getting them returned to him personally. So there's current back and forth going on, and it is kind of eye-opening, this. Now, this next tweet is actually what has actually kind of upset a few people, especially fans of Fairy Tail and fans that really love Gajeel as a character. And well, not just that, but as David Wald, he is a really good voice actor. He's one of the veterans within the anime scene, and he's been through Funimation for a long time, and then obviously since the merger he's been working under Crunchyroll. So he came out with this tweet confirming he will no longer be reprising his role as Gajeel. Friends, I am not returning to Gajeel in Fairy Tail. I am not returning to Crunchyroll Studio. Their abuses are far too numerous to list here, but soon I will tell you all of them, and I will do that here. That is very disconcerting, that this has caused him to no longer want to work for Crunchyroll, and has had to step down from a role that he absolutely loves playing. He loves playing Gajeel. He loves that role. And for a voice actor, because at the end of the day, it is their livelihood. It is their livelihood. They use their voice. It is their craft. And whenever they have to come away for whatever reason it may be, whether it's a personal reason or whether it's something like this happening, and they just have to move away from a role, it is heartbreaking for them, because they put so much of themselves into that work. And the way that they've been treated by Crunchyroll, and by the looks of it, possibly under Funimation as well, it is kind of disconcerting and is downright disgusting. So the last tweet I'm going to talk about in this video, because this is an ongoing thing, so I don't know whether I might have to maybe do a part 2 to this to see how things are concluded. But this last tweet is just letting people know that, well, there's still no apology being sent to him. Still no reply at all from the old role. No apology, no commitment to recover items, nothing. So maybe there's a case, and maybe there's not. Or maybe I just become the whistle that never stops blowing. Either way, these abuses will be brought to light. Stay tuned. So there you have it. Apparently, there has been some people, like in the media, some media outlets and everything online and so on. I've been trying to have an interview with David Wald, and they've been trying to kind of have some back and forth with Crunchyroll as well about these allegations. And he basically that was that. And apparently there has been some back and forth going on. Apparently, since that tweet, I think Crunchyroll are now looking into it. They're doing like an internal investigation. So whether everybody at Crunchyroll was aware of this, whether it was just like a small group of people in management that was keeping this under wraps, or it was like a well-known thing. But apparently, this is not the first time something controversial by Crunchyroll has actually come to light from a voice actor, like I said earlier on in the video. Apparently, there was another voice actor who was an English voice actor for the Mob Psycho 100, I believe. He voiced out, I think, the main character, and he didn't come back to one of the main characters from that series, an English dub voice actor. Apparently, he said Crunchyroll refused to basically support within his contract negotiation for that part. They were very, very guarded about using putting like union sort of voice union into the contract agreement. And apparently Crunchyroll have been very, very thinking about supporting union. And yeah, that's, if you are a voice actor that is indeed inducted into the union, the voice union, or actors union of some degree, then by rights, you know, they have to honour that the studio, because obviously I understand you've got two sides of it. You've got union, you've got non-union sides of the spectrum when it comes to acting. You've got non-union and union. You can't mix and match the two. If you're union, you have to physically go union jobs, even though there has been cases where some voice actors have indeed done a non-union role, but they've either got past it somehow by asking for them to change their name, or not credited, asking for their name to not be actually even credited because of legal repercussions and things. So there has been cases of it, but it is frowned upon within it. You stick to where you are, whether you're a non-union or union. That's at least how I've been told about it. I could be completely wrong. The world of voice acting, in the industry behind voice acting and everything is changing all the time, and a lot of the legal stuff is changing as well. So yeah, that's from my recollection of what I've been told about how it works. That with the, you know, you're supposed to stick to where you are, whether you are a union or you're not union. But the fact is that they don't seem to want to support union, well, have that in their contracts when a voice actor is part of the union. So he ended up not reprising his role for the second season of Mob Psycho 100. So there was that voice actor so there's multiple issues on different things. David Wald on the allegations of basically his mail not being given to him over the past 5 years, and finding out that they have literally just been distributing it around the office and opening his private mail, which is absolutely disgusting. I did look at an article, and David Wald goes into a little bit more detail about apparently that there's a lot of even more stuff that he's likely going to be bringing to light. I'm not going to say too much more about that now, because it will likely be brought public in due course. But there is a lot more to it. It's not just them opening his private mail, there is a lot more behind the scenes that is going to really cause waves. A lot of people are starting to unsubscribe from Crunchyroll. I think Crunchyroll are now in, I think they're in a bit of a bad place at the moment, because I've noticed recently that a lot of very high profile anime titles or series and movies are now are now going elsewhere, away from Crunchyroll. Okay, so they're now either on Netflix or Prime Video, or Tubi, TUBI. That service has got some Funimation titles on there. So they're literally trying to reach out to as many services as possible in order to try and probably keep their head above water, when it comes to try and make some money. This whole allegation thing from David Wald is eye-opening, and I'm very, very glad that I don't support Crunchyroll anymore. I don't pay them any money anymore. Even though technically money is going to them, because obviously they are outsourcing some of their stuff towards other services like Amazon and Netflix, just to name a couple. I've also known, I think Pluto TV have also managed to get some series as well. So they are literally, I think they're on crisis watch at the moment. Just whoever can support them, they're just using wherever they can. But yeah, I will keep my eye on this situation, and I may make a part 2, and hopefully we might have some kind of conclusion. Maybe they might be able to come up with something, or some more very interesting stuff will come to light. But there is more at play with David Wald's allegations than just a bit of mail being opened. There is a lot more. There's a lot more. It's as he says in his tweets. It's just the mail opening thing is just. It's just a little crumb. It's just a little crumb of what actually goes on behind the scenes. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. More regular reviews and stuff will be coming very soon. I just wanted to get this out there because this is something, I mean, I love anime, and I hate it when stuff like this happens, where it kind of tarnishes it, takes the shine off things a bit. And I like to I don't like companies like this, because I know what it feels like to work for. I know what it feels like to work for a company that doesn't have any support for the people, for you. You're not seen as special. You're just seen as nothing more than just something that's replaceable. And by the looks of it, Crunchyroll behind the scenes, management wise, possibly are like that. It's looking like the majority of them behind the scenes don't care about the voice actors. In this case with Crunchyroll, it's the voice actors that seem to be getting a bad time of things. They don't seem to be getting the support that they really I believe they deserve. And I've been in that predicament. Yes, I'm not a voice actor, but at the end of the day, work is work. A job is a job, irrespective of what you do. But I know what it feels like to not have support, or not feel like you have any support, when you are simply just trying to do a job and pay the bills and that kind of thing. I know what it feels like. So there we are. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye for now.